What's up y'all, it's Dr. Kevin, and this is a celebration of the channel hitting 7,000 subscribers. Wow. You know, I've said this time and time again every time I make these kinds of videos celebrating milestones with the channel, that this channel, for the most part, was initiated, I should say, by a gut feeling. And that gut feeling was that a lot of people want to learn Old English, or have an interest in Old English, but don't know where to go. And the only avenue, apart from YouTube, or the internet if you will, is academia. And to get to Old English in academia is quite a long route. However, I am glad that I've successfully, with my own wit, my own might, and my own will, that I've persevered in learning this language, and not only just being able to teach you guys, but to be able to manifest my creativity through song, through poems, or what have you. And really means a lot that I have so much support from all of you. I really want to thank all of you for those of you who've been with me from the start, or just found me, or those who are not even subscribed, all of you guys all together. I'd like to say a big thank you. And for those of you who are curious, how do you say I thank you to a lot of people? That would be Ich danke eu. Ich danke eu. And eu is the plural dative, because the word to thank uses the dative case. For those of you who don't know what that is, please check out my my series or playlist called the grammatical cases or grammar lessons or what have you. You'll learn about that. And in these kinds of videos, I like to kind of show a bit of myself, because some of these videos I make about Old English are very dry, you don't really see much of me really. I mean, this is a way for us to bond one-on-one, if you will. And so yeah, I mean, it really, I think one of you has said that this is just the beginning, and I believe that, because now what's happening with my videos, I guess when you, I don't know how it really works with YouTube, but like once you gain enough, I don't want to say influence, gain enough reach, if you will, that other videos of other channels start to have another's videos in their like suggested videos or what have you. And I think that's starting with my videos. And so I guess that's why I'm getting an influx of more people. And that's great. I mean, it goes to show that people have an interest in Old English. But then again, it's not just their interest in Old English. I have to remind myself. It's how I present it. And that's the key thing here. Because, you know, someone could present Old English like, okay everyone, we're going to learn how to read Beowulf, and that's about it. You know, when, you know, I try to put Old English in a different context, so out of the blue it seemed new again. And I like to make it fun, because, you know, it's really a matter of how you use something, you know, to make it relevant again, you know, and fun, and as something as dry as Old English. And I'm very proud of myself, and it sure gives me confidence that I've done that with Old English and with other Germanic languages. Yes, for those of you who don't know, I have a second channel called Learning Old Germanic Languages, which is located in the Friends section of my channel, on the main page, if you will. What else? Yes, the announcement. Yes, you're probably waiting, what is this announcement really about? Well, I'm glad to announce this is semi-relevant to my channel, but for those of you who don't know, I am a musician. I'm also a composer. I've been composing music since I was 12, around there. I mean, throughout my teenage years, I've been a composer, and I've released a medieval instrumental EP, if you will. It has 4 tracks, 4 songs, if you will. I mean, never really songs because there's no singing in it, so it's all instrumental music. And I would like to give a preview of that to one of the pieces that I really enjoy, and it's called Donna Heo Besicht on Minum Eigen, which means when she looks in my eyes. Yeah, it's kind of a mushy, romantic kind of piece, and you'll hear why. And I'll play a bit of it. I won't play all of it. Come on, I mean, but the link to this EP will be down below, so you guys can check it out. And hang on, let me just... That's all computer, by the way. That's not me actually playing. I mean, goes to show how advanced we are now. Yeah, so I do play guitar though. Yeah, it gets better after this. Yeah. Okay, that's the end of that. I don't want to give too much away, but you can check out the song, the piece in the link down below, where you can check out the whole record, if you will. You know, so that's really about enough about that. I mean, I don't want to go on too much about the music I make and whatnot. But oh yeah, sorry. I know I'm going to contradict myself, but that piece where you heard is also featured in a video, an animated video by. I think it's Smile Titans or something, and they forgive me if I get that name wrong, but that person did a collaboration with Survive the Jive, Thomas Russell, in a Eald type of video. Yeah, that song, that piece is actually featured in that. So I'll put a link down below to that specific video where this song is featured and whatnot. So yeah, music has always been a part of me, and you know, it's my passion before languages. Actually, my passion for languages came much later in my life. So yeah, I mean, wow, 7,000. I mean, it's. I have a feeling this channel is gonna grow to a point where, like, oh my God, it's like it's like I'm on TV. Or I don't know. I mean, maybe that's being over dramatic. I don't know. But like, it's just that the fact that the content of it. How can I word this? The fact that it's Old English. I mean, everyone gets curious. You know, they type in Old English. Oh, what's this? Oh, Kevin's channel. What's this? And like, oh, he actually speaks the language and he actually sings it. What? And all that. And people, and the fact that English today, present English, is, you know, throughout the world. I mean, people get curious, and which is kind of explains why I have viewers all around the world, and that's great. I mean, I like that I have people from all around the world. They can, hopefully, you know, they look at what I'm doing and say, oh wow, isn't it great how the English have, you know, this ancient language. You know, I mean, maybe what if I look at my own ancient language? You know, I would love to see. It would really like make me super happy if like someone from like Japan or someone like from Korea sees what I'm doing and thinks, oh, why don't I do a channel on old Japanese or old Korean? You know, that would be really cool, because, you know, the more widespread old languages are, the more relevant these the older texts are, and if more people can know these ancient languages, the easier it is, you know, for people to understand the past better, because thing is, right now, you know, it's only a select few that, you know, that actually studies these ancient languages, and most people, the masses, have to rely on translations. The thing is with translations, though, translations are really just one person's opinion on X text, and the thing is with translations, they're not, most of the time they're not literal. Most of the time they're done in this poetic sort of way just to make it interesting to read. And you find that a lot with translated, excuse me, I believe that's Facebook. Anyway, with translated texts like Beowulf and you know, the Anglo-Saxon poems and all that, they're done in a way that they're not literal. So yeah, and it's hard to really grasp, you know, what's being said. You know, so that's why I encourage everyone to learn the language thoroughly, and so you can have a deeper understanding of the language itself. And not only by doing that, you would have a better understanding of how people thought back then. You know, because the words we have now, you know, mean something different as they, have a different meaning as they were back then. And I mean, you know, I'll give you an example with the word the word neman means to take, but to take by force. Whereas in German today, neman, it just means a simple word to take. But what was to take back then as a regular word? Well, that would be phone, you know, and phone also is a word to catch, you know, because the thing is in Old English, and you know, I guess you could say the same about other Germanic languages, that well, the further you go back, I mean, one verb can mean like a bunch of things depending on the context of it. But I don't want to go on too much about that. But the thing is about these kinds of videos is celebrating the, you know, the fact that milestones of the channel is that it's a way to, again, a way for us to bond, and a way to reveal my personality to you guys. Alright? I mean, it's not just, hey, it's Old English, let's have another lesson, shall we? No, I mean, I'm a human being. Alright? I mean, you know, it's nice to, you know, show oneself once in a while, you know, but you know, it really means a lot how a lot of you have an interest in Old English. It really means a lot, you know, and I know very well that a lot of you come to this channel for different reasons. Some of you, well, most of you actually, come here because they just want, you know, just have a passing interest in Old English. You know, it's like, oh, well, how do people sound like 1,000 years ago, give or take? And you know, others, it's because, you know, they want to connect you with your ancestors, and that's fine, that's cool too. Others, it's just, well, I'm a polyglot, so I like learning languages. Okay, that's cool. Then, you know, then you have other people that learn it for more serious reasons, like for spiritual reasons, I should say. You know, some people view Old English as like a holy language. You know, it's a way to be spiritual again in the Anglo-Saxon context. You know, so I mean, and I'm glad that I see myself as a provider for that. I mean, who knows how that will manifest? Who knows? It might. I mean, this might sound really pretentious, but who knows how big this channel will be? Maybe we might start a new cultural paradigm that, you know, people who consider themselves Anglo-Saxon devotees of the old gods. I don't know. Who knows how far this will go? I mean, but then again, I'm only I'm not that old. I mean, and I'm still quite young, and this channel is very young. I mean, I've only been doing this since like what, 2014. So it's like, yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while, and I'm very glad to have all the support from all you guys, new and old. You know, whether you just discovered me, whether you just been with me since from the start, or kind of somewhere between, it really means a lot. Thank you. It's thank you, Eald. Yeah, Gärna. And Gärna, yeah, it's like cognate to German gerne. So it's like kind of like earnestly, like really. Well, I mean, I guess the better way would be like soltliche or tregeliche, which means truly, or if you will, literally, soltliche is like soothly. You know, like in Shakespeare's English, forsooth. Yeah, that's where that comes from. Soltliche or soth. So yeah. Alright guys, thank you so much for being around and supporting this channel. It really means a lot. Can't thank you enough. And yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be where I am right now, you know. And it really means a lot that I've made a positive impact in your lives. Some of you academically, some of you spiritually, some of you intellectually. Or like some of you see Old English as, hey, it's a hobby. Now I have a new profound hobby that I can dedicate myself to. you know. So like it makes me feel so good, you know, that I'm making a positive impact in this world, you know, because the world needs more heroes, and I try to be one. All right, guys, take care and good night.